So active learning and passive learning we already discussed. Active learning is when we are focusing on the processes. Okay, it's not about reading a paragraph, it's about what is happening in your head when you're reading that paragraph. More than half of the time when we are studying, no, we're just passively studying. Like I will share my experience अभी पिछले 5 दिनों से when I was studying, no, it was entirely passive. I was sleepy. You guys saw me. I was literally sleepy because there was no active process involved. It was just I was just going through the things and nothing was really triggering over here. Until unless something happens here, you will not remember it. Okay? What do you guys remember? क्या याद रहता है हमें? जो अजीब होता है, जो अच्छा लगता है, जो थोड़ा हटके होता है, or something that incites curiosity, right? When you're curious about something and you look it up, you remember that. But मैं randomly आके तुमको बता दूँ, you know, this is like this is like that, like, oh, cool. And if I ask you the same thing again, told you like what? You won't even remember what I told you because you're not curious about it. It's just some random information that I threw upon you guys. Okay? So curiosity also leads to remembrance, leads to memory, increases your memory. Right? So fine, we'll start, okay? Now core learning, we discussed that we'll discuss 2 things every day. One will be core learning of how to process information. Up until now we have been exposed to information so much, okay, but we have not really worked on the part on how to remember it or how to process it. What should happen here when I'm reading something? Okay, this part has not been explored much. So in order to figure out whether we are actively learning or passively learning, we need to ask ourselves 4 questions. Whenever any new information you're reading or it's thrown upon you, you need to ask, are you making simpler to understand? Are you making it simpler to understand? For example, you are reading about take any previous subject. For example, you're talking about or reading about dental implants. Are you making it simpler? You're reading from Mish implant dentistry. सुन के ही लगता है छोड़ दो वापस घर चलते हैं. But no, fine. You're reading from that book. The language also, if you go to the language of Linde, that English itself is something else. Like you have to read twice or thrice to understand one paragraph. Okay, so first job that your brain has to do, that you have to do is you have to make it simpler. You have to break it down into the simplest possible way, or what the author is trying to say. क्या है implant? Bone के अंदर screw डाला है हमने. That is it. That is the simplest way to make someone, a layman, understand what is an implant. Whenever you're reading something, no, think about कि if the patient asks you ये क्या है, तब तुम patient को कैसे समझाओगे? उसे थोड़ी ना बताओगे implant is a type, it's a definition by Brainmark. Okay, it's a functional connection between the ordered living bone and the surface of load carrying implant. You cannot tell this to the patient will run away. Okay, so you have to make it simple for the patient. For that, you have to make it simple for yourself. So any information that you're reading, new information, you have to ask yourself, have I made it simpler to understand? Okay, so once it is simple, you can build on that. But if it's not simple, if it's complex, तुम्हारा मन ही नहीं करेगा पढ़ने का. You will give up after one paragraph. You like, नहीं हो रहा है, छोड़ दो, कल देखेंगे, शुभा. है ना, सही है, ठीक है. So second thing is grouping. Even if it is grouped, book में अगर देखोगे, headings होती हैं. ठीक है, जैसे प्लाक का ही अगर देखो, प्लाक का सबसे पहले रहता है क्या है, acquired pellicle, then initiation, okay, then after initiation it's maturation, then after maturation it's dispersion, and gets again starts seeding onto new surfaces. Okay, so this is what they have done for you. This is grouping done by the books for you. Many times it won't be grouped. Okay, if you read from Linde, उसमें grouping नहीं है ज़्यादा, just one heading on top and then there is entire paragraph. Now you have to figure out what is happening in the paragraph. So what you have to do, you have to chunk that paragraph. You have to figure out कहाँ पे introduction है, कहाँ पे they are discussing again more about introduction part, और कहाँ they are talking about another. They moved from the introduction, now they are talking about the core topic, whatever it is. So you have to group the information, break it down in chunks. Okay, once you group it, it is easier for brain to understand that information. Like if I, for example, draw ऐसे करके यहाँ पे just random dots. Okay, this is very haphazard. इसे देख के you just like हाँ it is something. But now what I do is I group it. Now this is easier to grasp. Looks good also. Your brain wants to remember this part, then that. That is more haphazard, more abstract. Okay? So grouping. Now the chapter that you will be learning or reading today, once you get back home, is evidence-based periodontology or evidence-based decision making from Carranza. Carranza has already broken it down into groups and topics. But your job is to read it, reread it, and again group it again. Okay, book में क्या होता है? They have to follow a linear course. Okay, they cannot make mind maps in the book. It won't work that way. Okay, they have to follow a linear course. But it's your job to make that linear information into a more interconnected one. Something they have mentioned on the third page actually correlates to what they mentioned on the first page. They mentioned the thing that you read earlier, even in Carranza it's mentioned, like for example, refer to chapter this, refer to chapter that. अब वो उस chapter को वहाँ पे नहीं डाल सकता था. So he mentioned refer to chapter this or something that you previously learned. Do you actually go to that? We don't. We don't do that. We just read and we move forward. Right? We don't refer back to that chapter. We don't refer back to that page. So what we have to do, we have to read it, reread it, and then create our own groups, our own topics, our own subheadings, in order to understand or group that information more. Now what happens in this process, when you're making it simpler to understand, when you're grouping the information, somewhere in the process you will learn it and you would remember it. Okay, now third thing is big picture. What is the big picture? Why evidence-based periodontology? What is the whole point? Before opening a chapter, you need to ask yourself, why am I reading this? Okay, how does it enhance my learning? How will it help me to make my life more easier, make my PG more easier, make my understanding more easier regarding anything? Okay, so that is very, very important. If you're talking about periodontitis, if you're talking about gingivitis, it's essentially inflammation, itis. But if you have not read inflammation, you cannot relate to gingivitis, you cannot relate to periodontitis. These topics will just as alien to you as alien is any engineering topic such as stress strain, curve or graph. Okay, so yeah, you need to add it to the big picture. Okay, now recalling things from memory. Very rarely you will come across a topic about which you don't know at all. Very rarely. You would have at least some idea, you would be able to relate it to something that you have read earlier or studied earlier. So try to remember that. Try to regurgitate or bring that information to the surface. Okay, because studies suggest that something, your brain always try to relate it to some past information or previous information. Your brain, the first thing that it does with new information is relate it to the old one, compare it to the old one. If I give you a spoon, you will compare that spoon with a spoon that you use every day, right? दोनों से compare करोगे. Okay, अगर phone नया मिला है तो आप पुराने वाले से compare करोगे. पहले वाले में मेरे ये features है, नए वाले में ये feature है. So you are comparing new information with something that you already know. Okay, now 90% of cases you will come across in new information and you will be able to relate it to old information. Now those 10% of cases we are not able to relate to anything that you have read before. वहाँ पे क्या करना है? You will have to read more about it. Okay, एक बार पढ़ो, एक बार फिर आगे बढ़ो. Then go move forward. Then read it again. Now next reading, you will be able to familiarize yourself more to the topic and retain more and relate more to the topic. Okay, so that's how you do. So these 4 questions should be answered whenever you are studying something. First is new information. Am I making it simpler to understand? Is it more simple for me? Can I explain it to a 5-year? But for that you need to have an in-depth knowledge about. Start. Yes. So grouping. Second point was grouping. Okay, even if it is grouped for you, any information it's already cut in paragraph, already cut in points, you have to group it again and don't use ChatGPT for that. तुमने ChatGPT use किया for grouping, what are you doing then? ChatGPT PG बनेगा क्या? नहीं. उसकी PG complete, दूसरी PG complete कर दिया. Using ChatGPT is beneficial when you're using it as a companion, but don't use it as a crutch. Okay. उसके that meme, remember that day somebody was showing me that my PGV like there's one tortoise और उसके ऊपर puppy जा रहा है, tortoise is ChatGPT. Okay, that's amazing, that's very funny, but हमें साथ में चल रहा है, take ChatGPT बराबर में tortoise और puppy साथ साथ चल रहे हैं, that's a good one. ठीक है? Because the thing is your learning would be hindered there. You should have an idea, you should have an approach before you approach ChatGPT. You should not look for ideas from ChatGPT. You should not look for an approach from ChatGPT. It will help you enhance your skills. But if you're thinking कि मैं skill की जगह ChatGPT को लगा दूँ, तो वो काम नहीं होगा. ठीक है? So yeah, grouping. Grouping should happen from your end. And when you start, this is a very powerful tool. Grouping. Whenever you group an entire paragraph and you try to group it, the thing that happens here, no, it's very important, and that is the sole reason for learning. That is the sole reason why you would remember that paragraph. Okay, then third was your big picture. Okay, always try to relate new information with old information. How does it add to big picture? Evidence based periodontology क्यों पढ़ना है मेरे को? होगा क्या इससे? Not for exams. But why? Exams के लिए पढ़ोगे तो you're limiting yourself to something very small. Okay, you'll be able to study for 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. After that, you'll start getting saturated. But if you study for the love of it, no, you're studying because you want to know, you are curious about it, then you would be able to go for the longer run. Okay, and we want to go for the longer run. Okay, it's not just about these 3 years, this 6 months, 1 year. Okay, this is a lifetime. You have chosen a profession where you have to learn for the life. Okay, you cannot stop. There's continued dental education, right? What is it about? Journal सारे क्या है वो जो पहले 2000 में आते हैं वो बाद में लिखने में आता है. Okay, so that you have to study. You don't have a choice. It's not just about the speaking. You'll have to continuously keep studying new concepts, new things. They'll keep changing. Paradigms are changing. There are in total 16 models of pathogenesis of periodontitis. It means पहला जब आया था तब लोगों को क्या पता था दूसरा आएगा, बट दूसरा भी आया, तीसरा भी आया, टोटल 16 हैं. So imagine जो लोग तब से पढ़ रहे हैं उन्होंने पूरे 16 पढ़े होंगे. Okay, and you need to remember all of them also. We'll do that. We will learn a technique and you will remember all of them. I promise you that. So big picture, why you are doing it, what is the big picture? Okay, when you talk about periodontitis, it's inflammation, but when you talk about evidence-based periodontology, everyone has to find their own big picture. That is a small homework, okay? Before reading the chapter, you need to ask yourself, why am I reading this? How is it going to help me? Patients में help करेगा, पढ़ने में help करेगा, किस में help करेगा? क्यों पढ़ूँ मैं इसको? That why should be answered, okay? Then recalling things from memory, as we discussed, you've already learned something or you must have come across something, at least one word from that entire chapter that you're going to study. So try to recall, okay, try to regurgitate that information, जितना भी surface पे आ सकता है पहले उसे लेके आओ, then start reading the chapter, because that way now your brain is active. पहले ही हम नींद में और फिर उसके बाद हम कोशिश कर रहे हैं पढ़ने की, ऐसे कैसे होगा? पढ़ाई नहीं होगी, वो सिर्फ नींद ही होगी. पहले भी सो रहे थे, पढ़ते हुए भी सो रहे हैं, पढ़ने के बाद सोएंगे. ठीक है? So this is about today. Okay, this is about core learning, and these are the 4 questions that you need to ask yourself before you start. Okay? Now these 3 steps, they actually make it more easier to follow these 4 questions. First is paint the picture. Paint the picture as in create a nice schema in your head. क्या है ये वो? What is exactly evidence-based periodontology? Before you start, try to paint the picture. While you're reading, keep adding strokes in that picture. Okay. Second is, okay, read to learn more. Okay. If you want to retain more, you need to learn more. कोई एक topic आ, कोई एक particular word आ गया, you don't know about it. Okay, don't rush forward. उस word को देखो एक बार. Now you can go to ChatGPT. Now you can ask ChatGPT, what is this and how does it relate to evidence-based periodontology? Explain me in simpler terms. Okay, analogies. Analogies help you a lot, because analogies is, this is a very powerful tool, because analogies help you relate to something that you already know. Right? For example, when we took that tissue engineering seminar, it was easier to understand when we related tissue engineering with a seed growing, right? But ऐसे ही अगर if I start randomly, haphazardly, abstractly कि this is tissue engineering, there's a cell involved, there's growth factors involved, okay, then there's a scaffold, your brain would just zone out after 5 minutes. इतना ही बोल क्या रही है, खत्म कब होगा, कितना टाइम बचा है देखो जरा, ठीक है? So what you have to do is use analogies to make your study easier. नहीं याद आ रहा है, ChatGPT से पूछो, तब पूछो उससे. पहले अपना इधर काम करो, फिर उसके पास जाओ. बट इधर का काम करे बिना उसके पास जाओगे ना तो ये तो काम रह गया ना. ChatGPT बन जाएगा, MDS. ठीक है? Then literally paint the picture. Literally paint the picture as in start mapping it out. Grouping बनाई है तो क्या करना है? When you study, no side में एक पेपर रखो, बीच में लिख दो evidence-based paleontology. Now you started grouping. ऐसे ऐसे बनाते रहो. When you're thinking, no, think out loud on the paper. Make it dirty, make it scribbly, okay, make it as weird as possible. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, किसी को present थोड़ी ना करना है वो. It's for you, okay. किसी को present थोड़ी ना करना है वो. It's for you, okay. Because when you write something, no, when you use the pen, the moment you hold the pen, your brain gets active. कुछ कर रहे हो. जब हम कुछ कर रहे होते हैं ना, तो वो थोड़ा सा ज़्यादा और एक्टिव होता है. Okay. So while reading also, keep a pen. Use highlighters. Okay, different colors of highlighters, and assign every color a particular thing that like this is for more important information, this is for more important information, and whenever you come across a study, this is for citation. This is what I used to do. Different colors used to represent different motives of why I have marked that particular word or that particular information. Okay, grouping कर रहे हो तो उसमें साइड में ऐसे बना के लिखो कि this paragraph says about this. Okay, your book should look like that you have studied from that book. साफ सुथरी नहीं होनी चाहिए. क्या है साफ सुथरी बुक्स में क्या है? दिखना चाहिए भाई, इसे पूरा रगड़ लिया है. ठीक है? So tomorrow we'll discuss speed reading. We were also about to discuss one small focus exercise. It was 3-finger method, Silva's 3-finger method. But I think we'll take it tomorrow due to the time crunch. Okay? Okay guys.